I'm going to do a 1-year review of my Wolverine X2 850. If you don't want to listen to the whole thing, yes, I would recommend buying it. It's been a good machine. So starting at the front, nice powder coating on the bumper. That's on the cages too, which is nice versus the painted on some of the other units. Factory winch. I don't know why any of them are sold without a winch, but winch, roof, and mirror are factory, or not factory, but standard on this model. One thing about it when you're working on it, there's not a flat surface on this machine, which is not a performance thing, just I lost lots of wrenches. I'm just going to go through front to back. Likes and hates. The headlights on it, they're trash. They're really bad, which is why I added a light bar. It was pretty much a must. Shock package is pretty good for a factory machine. It rides pretty nice for what it is. I did go with a flip-up windshield. Didn't like the flip-down model from Yam. Couldn't operate it from in the cab, and then it also looked like it would probably take anything that hits the hood would hit the inside of your windshield when it's down. Around the side, in terms of stock, and not only stock but standard doors, it's one of the nicer ones I've seen on a side-by-side. Full door with a door liner. It's quite nice. I really like it. Door keeps you nice and dry. These things here, 50-50. I'm a smaller guy. I like it to lean on. Into the cabin, steering wheel is bang on. Feels good in your hand, nicely made. The weight is pretty good. Into the cluster, I like it. It's basic. It's only what you need, which is fine. Don't need to be paying a bunch of money for a color screen on a side-by-side. There's the rocker switch for the winch, which is factory. I do like that they give you punch outs here to add switches. I have them for the light bars and the added lights on the back. Cup holders work good. The seats, they seem nice, but where your leg sits seems like it's tilted a little too far forward, and where your back goes seems rather tilted backward. So, like, they're not horrible, but being in other machines, they're not the best seat I've been in. Four-wheel drive setup here, as well as your lights. I do like that this machine you can go just straight four-wheel. I know lots of other ones you can, but some you can't. Especially you get into the Pioneers, the Trail and Up. They have that four-wheel drive, which is, again, a 50-50, but I like just being able to lock it. Center console is nice to have, but this door is super flimsy. You could tell a bigger guy, if you were leaning on that to prop yourself up, you could probably break it, especially if it was cold out. The mirror, I wouldn't pay the $250 or whatever Yamaha charges on their site, but coming standard on it, it's a nice mirror. It doesn't move ever. Up here, it's just a Klein magnet speaker. That thing is awesome. Any trails, it doesn't come off there, and it's not like the loudest thing, but when you get where you're going, it's nice to have music. You can stick it on the cage or whatever. Into the back, the box I thought was huge, coming from a Razor S, and it is nice for, I guess this is a sport utility. It has a decent amount of space, but certainly would like a little more. Tilt feature's nice. I've never used it for dumping stuff out of the box. I use it mostly for cleaning it, which it looks like I haven't done in a while, but I'm about to. Into the back, factory reverse light, so that's awesome. I don't know why everybody's not doing that. And then one hand to get into the tailgate, which is great, versus, again, like a Pioneer. However, you can't sit on the tailgate, which is, I mean, you're always telling people, nope, get off of there. Power plant on it, the 850 is, it's sufficient. It gets you moving. It's not a powerhouse by any means. It's not quick. But over the 1000, it's a lot quieter ride. The 1000 I found was borderline ridiculous. The noise in the cab at like pretty much any speed, and it was going to the 850 in Canada is about $4,000 less. I understand on the 1000 you do get a better shock package, bigger wheel, more motor, ability to have drive control mode. There's a lot of things that $4,000 eats into, but for me going to the 850, that basically that difference paid for a small outboard and a small boat put on the roof. So pretty basic. Like I say, really good machine, rides nice. I got 1,400 kilometers on it in the 1 year that I've had it. And it's very Japanese. It has everything you need, and they've done it well. Nothing too fancy on it. So would I buy again? Yep, for sure. Could it use just maybe 10% more power, and it would be a great machine. But it is a nice quiet ride. So not getting too nitpicky, just in general, it's a nice machine. Nice, it's dirty from a ride. Nice plugs in the floor to allow you to drain water out, and they do keep you rather dry. It's a really dry cabin for what it is. Oh, and another one I like, oh, you can't see it in the daytime, but there's just a little bit of interior lighting in it, which is nice at night, especially with the roof. It's pretty dark in there. And there's that door. Opens fairly wide. I know you could guys put like a cover there to make a sleeve in the door for more storage. For me, if you saw the console when I open it, if I have storage, I fill it. So I figured I don't really need it. And done a fair bit of different types of riding on it. Like I say, with the boat on the roof, or that's a little Weber in that bag. You can go have a barbecue in the woods. Sometimes just a straight ride. And it does it all pretty well. Not really much I would change on it versus a Polaris. I guess, like I said, that the accessories, our options for accessories aren't stellar, but they're coming. So that's my review. Like I said, yes, I would buy again. There's nothing on it that's a deal breaker. Those headlights are awful. I couldn't believe how bad they were. But you know, cheap Amazon light bar, and off you go. So that's my review. Thanks, guys.